Just came from dinner. Had some pizza at the soup kitchen. You know what wood grinds my gears? When man, human, natural equation, not these fallen angels that hide in every which direction they could possibly hide in and occupying. Clearly, it ain't humans, the natural equation against itself, obviously. So, of course, it had to be like the fallen angels or something, right? Which is what it is. Ain't aliens. Aliens mean foreign. So why is it so foreign if it's all the same soul group? So we'll be getting along? No, apparently not. No matter what technology we hear about. But, when we were first starting out, what did we do? We saw a forest fire all of a sudden. And we sought to investigate fire. How to make it. Probably took us, who knows how long that took us. Probably weeks. Natural equation took weeks at most. Years? Untampered, by the way. Supposedly as smart as supposedly Adam was, naming all the animals, eating from the tree of knowledge. What about his lineage, huh? They always knew? How long would it took? Huh? After they were cold in the dark, huh? But fallen angels come. They take two stones and they hit against each other on some wood and they make fire within seconds. Humans, will natural equation humans, soul group and body, took how long to perfect the will? Years to hundreds of years? Who knows? The cart, moving things around back and forth, perfecting that. Who knows how long it took? Fallen angels come. They take a tree down, and it takes them maybe an hour at most. At most, they make a workable cart that lasts them for who knows when. A house takes a will natural equation human months to years to make something that seems livable. Fallen angels come. They drill a hole in the side of a mountain and never stop making tunnels. But it takes us a lot longer. Oh, they can take a boulder and make that a door. That's what the fallen angels would do to a cave. And they would slaughter the bear or whatever is living inside the cave. They already got themselves a home. A natural tunnel, cave, home. That they inevitably going to make longer into the earth, into the planet. We tried to procreate or co-create, and we produce. Maybe it took some spirituality too, because it took so long for, to take place. Apparently in the Bible, right? It took us like hundreds of years to have what? A couple of children? A handful of children? Half a dozen, maybe? It's like, took the fallen angels no less than a year and having giants walking around. saying goo goo gaga. Maybe not a year, but you know what I mean. What I'm saying is, it wasn't fair at the beginning. There's only so many humans at the time. And certainly didn't help when they came, even tried to act like us. Presume that they learned a lesson about being a giant with their swollen ego after the flood of Noah. So they started becoming smaller, a lot smaller. And then Tartaria took place. No one talks about it. Like 100 so years ago, it fell. No one talks about it. No one talks about where Nikola Tesla came from with all his knowledge. No one talks about it. They say, oh, he lived. He was a great, this or that. No, I mean, what? From nowhere? Just by coincidence? There's no coincidences. Obviously, they invaded. Maybe it was interdimensionally. Don't know. Maybe there was a parallel universe here. But nonetheless, after the Mandela effect took place, the information was very hard to keep under wraps. Magically, because they're trying to get into Lucy Goat Dick cage. Satan's cage. But they probably think, though, that even he won't even backstab them. Yeah, he started all, and he would backstab them all. For his own... for his own... freedom and safety. Yeah. Well, you can't trust the devil of devils. You can't trust him. You can't trust the king of devils. Jeez. He would lie, he would trick, he would steal, and then some more. After that 1,000 years being in that pit at CERN, look it up. It's where Satan dwells in the Bible. Some people on TikTok figured that out. But anyways, you honestly think that if he does actually come out, that he going to play nice with you all? Huh? You fallen angels living like a human, acting like a human, but not actually human. Go to hell, take a trip to hell, and what happens? What happens? Huh? You come back? Pretty sorry, aren't you? But yet you don't seem to learn a thing. That's why I think, and I do believe, though, that eventually all you who are hiding cannot be undistinguished from each other. Well, I mean, you can't be hiding, I meant. You will be distinguished. Yeah, that's it. You'll be distinguished, like, understood from Will Quayson. Those who are not of direct Will Quayson, that it were formerly in heaven, but fell, disgraced themselves, is going to be known. Because even in the Bible it said, the elect has the mark on their head. The seal of God. I'll be like, why give the plan out ahead of time for everyone to, prepare against in their own way? Well, mostly because it won't matter. If there is actually a creator God, he could actually raise the dead. Not just in spirit, not just in the ghost dimension, or the realms in between, or whatever you call it, where they peek out and in. But, wherever they dwell, wherever humanity dwells. They'll be obviously taken back and resurrected. That's just in spirit, or so I meant. Because I do believe fallen angels have spirits, but the humans, which I am, have a soul, which is way more advanced and better. Because it directly from Creator God. Because why would he not make something that is great? Like you could argue that, oh, he made the fallen. I mean, no, he made the angels. I mean, he made the angels in heaven and he made the demons of hell. Well, I mean, yeah, but that's like Geppetto making Pinocchio. But then he turns around and fucks a whore. I mean, it impregnates, have a wife, kid. Look in the Bible if you don't know what I'm talking about. Anyways, but yeah, like, that's a difference. There's a difference. One made out of wood, something, of an element. The other one is, well, made out of himself. And that's why the fallen angels always wanted to act like humans. It's like some type of PTSD or trauma. Alice in Wonderland trauma or some shit. It's very sad and pathetic. But aren't they already perfect? Why are they invading? Why are they trying to act like humans when they ain't humans? Real human inhabitants. The true natives. That's why I do not like the whole Native American, because, it suggests is native to that land. No, but they ain't the real natives. Jesus, humanity. Oh, yeah. They came from Atlantis. So did other countries. It probably was different branches of that same family, of the same, collective, different branches. It was slightly different, and they tried to live in certain regions of the plant. They were remnants. They must have got beat up hard. Jeez. Demolished. I mean, I saw the scorched earth. It was like electrical current went through it. Make all those rivers, that network of rivers. There was other things too. There were little sky photos of dragons, or a big dragon looked like it was eating onto a giant fish, like it died right then and there. Like all of a sudden, snap of a finger, maybe. Who knows? However, Creator God did it. Can you imagine a giant dragon? And I'm talking about, it is huge. Like the world serpent details, right? Gigantic. I'm talking about larger than skyscrapers. Larger? I mean, taller, but you know what I mean. Like, huge. Huge. Put Godzilla to same. Godzilla and Kong together couldn't even, fused. Yeah, it's a monstrosity would work, right? Well, it would work, right? And he gets, a little taller. Still get one KO'd. One side hit. One side. With that jaw. That's how big it was. Huge. Okay, maybe not that huge, but you know what I mean. But think about that. Think about that. The reactionary prowess that had, that ancient remains on the land had, right? Can you imagine the range of sight, the animal, smell, looking back and forth, looking for prey, the amount of air back in the day, the amount of oxygen, right? Was not slow at all. You'd think it was slow, but it was not. What I'm getting at is, what could have killed it? and put a dome here. And ever since there were dome wars, it had to be a superior force. And I ain't talking about some small force. Most likely it would clear God. Being like, nope, this is too bad. Got pixies, fairies, goblins, warlocks, witches. Nope, this ain't gonna fly. It's like that movie Legends, except for there were giants everywhere, and maybe they was also tall too. Jeez. Yeah, like Frodo Baggins was one and around 1 inch tall compared to them at most. That's an average size human comparison, and they're still giant, lizards and dragons and whatnot. But that did look like a dragon, right? You can look at this stuff. I'm telling you, it got killed right when it was going for a fist, a giant fist. Jeez, it was right next to it, like it would chop it down on it. It couldn't even run away. It was so big, you think it would have some distance that was noticeable, but it didn't look like it was noticeable. It got killed like snap of your finger. I mean, look at all the melted buildings of the past. You think that natural? You think that natural formation? But then you look at the mountains. If those other melted buildings was actually so natural, you think look at the pyramids. Look how old they say the pyramids are. But that ain't melting. It's right smack in a desert. Right in the center of a desert. Not right in the center, but you know what I mean. It probably is. I don't know. I didn't check. But yeah, like it's right there where you think it would melt. But it doesn't. You don't see mountains melting. So what made it melt? How much heat had to have melted those mountains? They wear me out here. Clearly, I could have went well and above the call. Yeah. Speaking out against them. No matter how much I think of it, they have literally made a puppet system so large everywhere where they all speak and act the same. They will never wake up. I'm literally asking more and more, or saying, hey, I got Patreon down below. I'm trying to gain some type of donations. That's how poor and unprepared I was, and still is. And no matter how much I would say to otherwise, it look like I'm pretty swamped on my end. I don't have my humanity with me. I have limited technology. This is as peak as I could get. This is sad and pathetic. I don't even have my webcam with me. Or my mic. I need my mic to speak into. But I can't even have my webcam. It's not a coincidence. Obviously. But what could have killed those? And those mountains that look like giants. Fossilized. Calcified. Just like the Devil's Tower, which is a tree stump, obviously. It probably was used as a platform Also, who knows? Most likely. Hell, there probably we could speculate that could be a base in the Devil's Tower, in that ancient fossilized, calcified. They say how fossilization could take place. Could be a base in there, in that tree stump, ancient tree stump. Could be a base. Don't know. But everything will be known. Everything will be known. And I hope in such a way, though, that humans can find out. Because it matters. The only way we feel like we have any type of self-ownership, any type of will, rights, and liberties, values, why we exist, part of creation, but yet we so disrespected up to now. We treated as livestock. Insanity. They laughed, mocked, ignored, and still acted like they are human. I'm telling you, they are scared of something. They are concerned heavily because they know that a creator God from heaven is no boogeyman. No boogeyman. Usually be like, oh, it's just a boogeyman. Oh, it can't be Will. No, it is Will. And look how you all act. You are literally against creation. This place must have been beautiful, very diverse, huge. But now, when you look out and about, you see flatness. Like a bunch of giants stomped down everything. And tore up the lands for metal and stuff. Where did all that iron deposit go? It was made to make those stargates and UFOs. Natural equation only had so much time out of, being created, just been created, only had so much time to, figure out things. But the fallen angels come with, overwhelming knowledge, from where they were or what they could remember after they got the shit smacked out of them. Well, actually, the holiness smacked out of them, actually, this time, yeah. And they're going to get the west of, what they are smacked out of them, all odds are. They ain't going to be, like, proud of themselves after a while. They'll be running around and like, holy shit! It could either be a slow hunt or immediate hunt. Like, why way? Like snapping finger. They messing with forces that they seem to be glad to actually mess with. Like, what the freak? It's nice for them to actually know that it's the creation of things that are out there is actually worth fighting for, huh? Thank you for that intel. I'll be sure to look into that whenever I can get a chance to. After you get smacked, who knows? Maybe not just a smack. Maybe a vaporization. I hope. I could have some fantasies, but I'll spare you all right now of them. But we're going to have so many anime stories. Oh, yeah. And put Attack on Titan to same. Like it is. Couldn't it have the main character live, huh? Jeez. Couldn't break the curse, huh? Ah, poor Mikasa. Don't worry, my daydreams. I didn't leave you. Okay, but being serious though. Nigga woman. Okay, but back to was. But yeah, we put you all the same. Words. That's an anime where, Bleach and aliens meet One Piece. Okay, no, wait. Dan Dan Dan. Or something like that. I think it Dan Dan or something like that. But it's like, supernatural web comic that been getting a lot of traction lately. Yeah, okay, something like that. And Bleach and One Piece. Oh, but obviously fallen angels, because that's the truth. Because they aren't just foreign; they actually come from somewhere that they got smacked from. They are invaders, and they are going to get their asses handed to them. No matter how you look at it, they are foreigners, invaders. They do not belong here, and they need to go. Look at this. Look at this. Before I upload. Oh, wait. If you even watch it this far. Before I would even upload this, I gotta make sure I speak about this. You know how many times I made lists of Pokemon checks? And then it take me like, how long? 16, 17, going on 18 years? No, what? Jeez. Oh. Whew. Next month I turn 32. 32. But it took me that long to actually come up with a perfect checklist. And before this, it was duplicate pages. Like I had to write the names 2 times. Yeah. But now I decided to also put the other Pokeball checklists on the back. So far, going great. Been checking off all of them. On the second page so far. But that's what I'm talking about, They have also rivaled. They have dumbed down natural creation. They have threatened it to this high degree where I'm probably the wisest human right now in the whole universe. Like, I'm waiting, to be challenged with that claim. As of right now in 3D, right? That ain't from the future, right? Or potentially the past. But way it looks, no. I seem to know what's going on. What has happened, basically. And what not to do, apparently. Hello? The stove hot. You don't put your hand on the stove. A burner. Like, hello? That burner gonna burn your hand. But y'all might well be going up all the way to your solder. Or, it ain't even yours. You stole our image. You stole Creator God's image. Supposedly, if you go by the Bible. But, already at the solder, burning it off. Like, having fun with it. Like, sick bastards. I'm using a metaphor, but still, you get what I'm getting at. You take things to a level that should not be taking things to. But, yeah, you think Creator God might be a boogeyman? I can't tell. I mean, I know it's more not, but just a thought that you all think Creator God is a boogeyman even a little bit. It's mind-blowing. So you think you ain't gonna get your asses handed to you in hell or some shit? Hello? You can deny hell exists all you want, Kent Dunn. But we all know, even if it doesn't somehow exist, I don't know how you think you know, because you ain't all knowing, that's for sure. But regardless, it always can exist. And I thought there was negativity to dimensions. Yeah. So there is also a positive dimensions. You saying Creator God, generator of dimensions, can't manufacture hell? Huh? Stupid.